Hello and welcome. We are live from New Delhi. You're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. International Day of Yoga being celebrated across the world. Yoga for Self and Society, the theme of its 10th edition this year. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi says yoga promotes good health and wellness, leads Yoga Day celebrations at Srinagar in Jammu and Kashmir. India embraces the spirit of yoga. Ministers, armed forces personnel and students take part in Yoga Day celebrations across the country. And yoga enthusiasts gather at iconic places around the world to celebrate the 10th International Day of Yoga. Outgoing Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte set to become the next Secretary General of NATO. All right, news in detail. Now, the world is celebrating International Day of Yoga on Friday. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi led the 10th edition of the Yoga Day celebrations in Srinagar, the capital of the Indian Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. He performed yoga at Sher-e-Kashmir International Conference Centre. More than 4,000 people from all walks of life performed yoga along with Prime Minister Modi on the banks of the Dal Lake. The event promoted health and wellness through yoga. Speaking on the occasion, Prime Minister Modi said the world is looking at yoga as an agent of global good. He said that yoga is not just an art but is also a science.
योग केवल एक विद्या नहीं है बल्कि एक विज्ञान भी है। आज सूचना क्रांति के इस दौर में हर ओर सूचना संसाधनों की बाढ़ है। ऐसे में मानव मस्तिष्क के लिए एक विषय पर फोकस कर पाना एक बड़ी चुनौती साबित हो रहा है। इसका भी निदान हमें योग से मिलता है। हम जानते हैं एकाग्रता मानव मन की सबसे बड़ी ताकत है। योग ध्यान के जरिए हमारा ये सामर्थ्य भी निखरता है। इसलिए आज आर्मी से लेकर स्पोर्ट्स तक में योग को शामिल किया जा रहा है। स्पेस प्रोग्रेस में भी जो एस्ट्रोनॉट्स को ट्रेनिंग दी जाती है उन्हें भी योग और ध्यान की ट्रेनिंग दी जाती है। इससे प्रोडक्टिविटी भी बढ़ती है, सहन शक्ति भी बढ़ती है। आजकल तो कई जेलों में कैदियों को भी योग कराया जा रहा है ताकि वो सकारात्मक विचारों पर अपने मन को केंद्रित कर सके।
And the Prime Minister said that 101-year-old Charlotte Chopin, who was awarded the Padma Shri, India's fourth highest civilian award. Charlotte Chopin had never come to India, but she dedicated her entire life to making yoga popular.
बीते 10 वर्षों में योग का ये जो विस्तार हुआ है उससे योग से जुड़ी धारणाएं बदली हैं। योग अब सीमित दायरे से बाहर निकल रहा है। आज दुनिया एक नई योग इकोनॉमी को आगे बढ़ने में देख रही है। आप देखिए भारत में ऋषिकेश, काशी से लेकर केरला तक योग टूरिज्म का नया ट्रेंड देखने को मिल रहा है। दुनिया भर से टूरिस्ट इसलिए भारत आ रहे हैं क्योंकि उन्हें भारत में ऑथेंटिक योग सीख रहा है। आज योग रिट्रीट बन रहे हैं, योगा रिसोर्ट बन रहे हैं। एयरपोर्ट में, होटल्स में योग के लिए डेडिकेटेड फैसिलिटीज बनाई जा रही है। मार्केट में योग के लिए डिजाइन परिधान, एपरल्स, इक्विपमेंट आ रहे हैं। लोग अब अपनी फिटनेस के लिए पर्सनल योग ट्रेनर्स भी रख रहे हैं। कंपनियां भी एम्प्लॉय वेलनेस इनिशिएटिव के तौर पर योग और माइंडफुलनेस प्रोग्राम शुरू कर रही है। इन सब ने युवाओं के लिए नए अवसर बनाए हैं।
And Prime Minister Modi greeted the participants at the Sher-e-Kashmir International Conference Centre in Srinagar. He also clicked a selfie with yoga enthusiasts. And President of India Draupadi Murmu performed yoga at Rashtrapati Bhavan. Alright, joined by other participants in a series of yoga postures and breathing exercises, President Murmu underscored the national importance of yoga as part of India's cultural heritage and its relevance in contemporary life. The participation of the President served as an inspiration to citizens across the country to incorporate yoga into their daily routines for a healthier and more balanced life. Leaders and prominent personalities from all across the nation unite to celebrate age-old discipline of yoga on the 10th International Day of Yoga. India's Information and Broadcasting Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw participated in a yoga session in New Delhi. While Union Home Minister Amit Shah performed yoga in Gujarat's Ahmedabad. While Union Minister Suresh Gopi also participated in Yoga Day celebrations held in Kerala's Kovalam. Union Minister Rajmohan Naidu practiced yoga in the ground. Also, Union Minister Giriraj Singh took part in a yoga session on International Day of Yoga 2024. Former Speaker of India's lower house Om Birla practiced yoga during the International Day of Yoga celebrations. Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami participated in a Yoga Day event on the sacred land of Adi Kailash in North Indian state's Pithoragarh district. An International Day of Yoga was also celebrated in northeastern state of Mizoram. Governor of the state Hari Babu also took part in celebrating the occasion. And yoga is important for one and all, and it holds an array of benefits for women as well. DD India's Deepika Meheto interacted with young students and social media influencers who talked about the importance of Yoga Day and its health benefits for women. Take a listen.
So there you saw a very musical and rhythmical performance of yoga on the 10th International Yoga Day, which was performed not only by men but women also in great numbers. We've got a group of college students with us. How you felt? How was this entire experience of doing yoga, and especially with the government officials? The Member of Parliament was also here, Manoj Tiwari.
It was very magical and energetic. feeling very energetic.
What is so good about yoga? What was the part that you enjoyed the most?
The one when he says, all of you have to smile. All the time smile. We do need to practice yoga and we do need to add it. It's for our benefit. If we do, we get benefit. We have to make it practice early morning. As you know, we are not early mornings. First time we are coming college at 5:30. And now it's very difficult.
And especially when we talk about the importance of yoga, it is very much important for women specifically. What do you have to say about that?
Yoga, for example, people say that if you're having period cramps, you can do yoga. It will help you. If you want a smooth pregnancy, you should do yoga. So that's why it helps women.
Yeah.
We have hormonal balance. That yoga also PCOD. So yoga helps in that too.
Alright, so there you heard from all the women here who participated, and they are really happy to participate here at the 10th International Yoga Day Festival, and they say that yoga is very much important specifically for women because there are many stages that the women have to face and they have to fight across those different phases of life. So in that case, yoga is the one that will make you smile at every stage despite whatever the situation is. With camera person Vishnu Bandhu, this is Deepika reporting for DD India from Delhi University, New Delhi.
And India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi led the 10th International Yoga Day celebrations this morning from Jammu and Kashmir, in which the location plays no small part. DD India's Jessica Taneja reports from Ground Zero.
How was your day today? It was somehow hampered by the rains, but how did you feel?
I'm Captain Pooja. I'm from BB Cant, and these are my troops from BB Cant. The day started quite early. However, as you said, rain disturbed us, but the day went very well. We enjoyed the yoga thoroughly, and the arrival of Mr. Modi made the day even more beautiful. So we had a wonderful time. Thank you.
And how important is yoga, in your profession as well? You are often stationed in very tough conditions and sometimes very tough terrains. How challenging does it get, and how does yoga help you in your everyday life then?
Yes, we do have a challenging life, but I would like to say that yoga is life. And we have adapted so much to yoga that yoga has become part of us. More than anything, it has given us the drive, determination, and the way forward.
What kind of important message does this give out by choosing Srinagar to sort of showcase the entire idea of International Yoga Day? What kind of significance does it have?
In my opinion, the significance could be this place gives a very, very good vibe. And when you have a good vibe and when you do yoga in that particular location, it makes a day even more better. A yoga with a background of Dal and in the serenity of Srinagar makes the real importance of yoga.
Here in Srinagar, the Prime Minister, along with thousands of participants, took part in the 10th International Yoga Day celebrations. Even though the rain did hamper the entire program briefly, but all went well in the evening. And this event was not only able to highlight the significance of Srinagar, but also the importance of yoga at the world stage, as it has in the last 10 years. Jessica Thaneja with video journalist Murmukut Sharma for DD India in Srinagar.
All right, we'll slip in a very short break, but still to come on this edition of DD India Live. Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to pay two-day state visit to India. In sports, India starts Super 8 campaign on a winning note. Beat Afghanistan by 47 runs in T20 World Cup. And Spain beat Italy to reach round of 16 in Euro Cup. Denmark holds England in Group C. Welcome back. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. So India, the birthplace of yoga, has long been a torchbearer of this holistic practice. With its roots deeply embedded in Indian culture and spiritual traditions, yoga has transcended borders to become a global phenomenon. The journey of yoga from ancient ashrams to modern studios worldwide is a testament to India's enduring cultural influence.
Yoga, with its origins in ancient India, has transcended cultural and geographical boundaries to become a global practice embraced by millions. Celebrated throughout the year, yoga events and festivals highlight its benefits for physical, mental and spiritual well-being. Yoga's year-round celebrations underscore its universal appeal and profound impact on personal and collective well-being. Whether through grand international events or personal practices, yoga continues to inspire and transform lives worldwide. As more people embrace yoga, its message of peace, balance and health resonates more strongly across the globe. On International Yoga Day in 2022, DD India undertook extensive arrangements for one-of-its-kind event, the Guardian Ring for Yoga program. This unique and innovative event was envisaged for Yoga Day by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The Guardian Ring program celebrated the movement of the sun, underlining the concept of one sun, one earth. From east to west, people from all countries welcomed the sun, with yoga celebrating the Indian tradition of Surya Namaskar or sun salutation. This special program was telecasted live exclusively on DD India, the international channel of India's public broadcaster Prasar Bharati. India's ancient gift to the world, yoga, has indeed woven a thread of unity and wellness across the globe. As yoga continues to evolve and adapt to modern needs, India's role in nurturing and sharing this timeless practice remains central to its global success. Kruti Vadhera's report for DD India.
And thousands gathered at the iconic Times Square in New York City to perform yoga. Organizers say that the numbers of US nationals practicing yoga continue to soar as more people realize both the physical and spiritual benefits. Mitch McCann reports.
It's hardly the most peaceful place to practice, but surrounded by the bright lights and shining signs of Times Square, thousands of New Yorkers are rehearsing their downward dogs, upward-facing dogs and warrior poses, and they say it is possible to find calm among the chaos.
Honestly, you kind of just like zone out. Like there's people walking around and like you feel like you're in a little bit of a fish tank, like with them taking pictures, but I don't know, I didn't find it hard to relax.
Relaxation is just one of the many benefits of practicing yoga, according to Douglas Stewart. It was his idea to bring yoga to Times Square more than 2 decades ago for what he describes as a challenge for the mind.
This is a great experiment to see if it's possible in all of this chaos to find or to cultivate peace. It's a puzzle.
It's a puzzle made all that more difficult by the soaring heat, which is now regularly exceeding 30 degrees Celsius each day in New York.
Yoga has become increasingly popular among millions of people. For some, it's an escape from everyday life, although doing yoga here in Times Square is a little more distracting than usual.
It's widely regarded that yoga first arrived in the United States way back in the late 1800s, but those we spoke to say it's still growing now, with more Americans open to giving it a go.
Yogis say at years old as your spine is flexible, so, you know, here's to old age and yoga.
I think it's good for my body, especially as I get older. It's not, you know, impact or anything, it's not high impact, and also good for my mind and meditation.
This event will see thousands practice yoga at what's often referred to as the crossroads of the world. And judging by the turnout today, Times Square will see yogis for many years to come. Mitch McCann in New York for DD India.
And the 10th International Day of Yoga was also celebrated in Israel. Embassy of India, in association with Tel Aviv and Israel's Ministry of Culture and Sports, held the Yoga Day celebrations in Peres, Center for Peace and Innovation in Tel Aviv. The First Lady of Israel graced the event. Over 300 yoga enthusiasts also participated in the event. And celebrations of the 10th International Day of Yoga also held in Japan. The event was organized by the Indian Embassy in Tokyo at Tsukiji Hongwanji Temple. The event witnessed an overwhelming participation from Japanese leadership, diplomats, yoga enthusiasts and friends of India in Japan. And the fervour of International Yoga Day was vividly seen in Bangladesh's capital Dhaka as people from all walks of life gathered to participate in these celebrations. The event attracted yoga enthusiasts, fitness buffs, all eager to engage in the yoga practice that promotes holistic well-being. And the 10th edition of International Day of Yoga is celebrated across Nepal with the practice of yoga sessions in the morning. The Embassy of India in Kathmandu organized a yoga practice session in Pokhara. The event witnessed enthusiastic participation from the local community, college students and school children, including officials of local administration, members of various local yoga organizations, Gorkha soldiers who joined in to promote the ancient practice of yoga for health and well-being. And in Sri Lanka, the 10th International Day of Yoga was observed at Galle Fort. The Consulate General of India at Hambantota made arrangements for the celebrations at UNESCO World Heritage Site at Galle. On the occasion, over 300 people from various walks of life participated and practiced yoga. An Embassy of India in Jakarta celebrated the 10th International Day of Yoga at the Ministry of Youth and Sports grounds today. Ambassador Sandeep Chakravarti, together with Hayono Isman, Chairman of Kormi, and Suryati MC, Deputy for Youth Empowerment at Keminpora, graced the event with their presence. Under the scheme Yoga for Self and Society, the celebration featured captivating yoga performances by students and teachers from JNICC. The event was a vibrant and successful gathering with yoga enthusiasts from Jakarta and surrounding regions coming together in large numbers to participate and celebrate the spirit of yoga. And school children also performed yoga alongside Pangong Tso Lake in Ladakh to mark the 10th International Day of Yoga. Also in Tripura, the Yoga Day event was organized at the Unakoti Archaeological Site. The event saw participation of BSF personnel, among others. Now, Bangladesh's Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is arriving for a two-day state visit to India on Friday at the invitation of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This will be the first incoming bilateral state visit to India by a foreign leader after the formation of the new government. Bangladesh Prime Minister will hold bilateral consultations with her Indian counterpart. During the visit, Hasina will also call on the President of India, Draupadi Murmu, and Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar is scheduled to call on the Prime Minister of Bangladesh. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina was among the international leaders who attended the swearing-in ceremony of the Prime Minister and the Union Council of Ministers on 9th June 2024. All right, sports now. Will start with T20 World Cup. Jasprit Bumrah and Arshdeep Singh starred with 3 wickets each as India defeated Afghanistan by 47 runs on Thursday in T20 World Cup. Surya Kumar Yadav hit a gritty 53 as India posted a total of 181 for 8 in 20 overs. The win has helped India maintain their unbeaten streak in the ongoing tournament. DD India's Taposh Bhattacharya gives us more on Super 8 encounter.
In the T20 World Cup, India showcased their prowess against Afghanistan in their Super 8 opener. Batting first, India set a challenging total of 181 for 8, with Surya Kumar Yadav leading the charge. His scintillating knock of 53 marked his 19th 50 in the T20 International, providing the backbone for India's innings. But the real drama unfolded when India's bowler took centre stage. Jasprit Bumrah, with a career-best performance of 3 for 7 from his 4 overs, led the attack, delivering a masterclass in fast bowling. Alongside him, spin try of Akshar Patel, Kuldeep Yadav and Ravindra Jadeja applied relentless pressure, choking Afghanistan's chase. Afghanistan's innings faltered early, slipping to 23 for 3. Despite a resilient partnership between Gulbuddin Naib, who scored 17, and top scorer Azmatullah Omrazi, who made 26, Afghanistan couldn't sustain their momentum. Kuldeep and Jadeja's timely breakthrough also made it very difficult and dismantled their resistance. Seamer Arshdeep Singh also shown taking 3 for 36 as Afghanistan was bundled all for 134 of the last ball of the innings, sealing a comprehensive 47-run victory for Team India. Afghanistan, despite a strong start in the tournament with 3 wins in the group stage, now face consecutive defeats in this particular tournament, and India will be right now high on confidence going in their second match against Bangladesh in Antigua. With camera person S. Shankar, this is Tapush Bhattacharya for DD India from Barbados.
And Spain secured a place in the last 16 of Euro 2024 as Ricardo Calafiori own goal in the second half gave them a 1-0 win over defending champions Italy on Thursday. 3-time European champions Spain have clinched top spot in Group B with 1 game to spare. They could easily have won by a much bigger margin with 9 shots on target from 20 compared to Italy's 1 from only 4 shots over 90 minutes. Spain's performance inevitably prompted questions about whether they can win the title. Meanwhile, Italy must avoid defeat by Croatia to guarantee progression in the tournament. An Indian Army personnel performed yoga in the icy heights on the northern frontier to mark the 10th edition of International Day of Yoga. Alright, that's all for this edition of DD India Live, but do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms. Scan the QR code on the screen to download now. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Abhishek. From all of us here in Delhi, thanks for watching DD India Live.
World. Stories of challenges, struggles and accomplishment.